Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're just going into the God Almighty Enna Kros. So Enna Kros, just as what you expect from a god, she's a very strong damage dealer with a single target attack from her LD and her EX being a AoE split HP damage attack, while her skill 1 and skill 2 are mostly just filler at this point. So despite us having units like Sid Rain, Tifa, Renoa, Van, all this bullshit, Enna Kros actually has the highest, strongest single target damage dealer in one action, as well as the highest or the strongest AoE damage dealer in one action as well. She can go up to 24 times of a normal HP attack from her LD, despite the fact that her LD only does 8 HP dumps. And her EX now can go up to 12 times of a normal HP attack for all enemy, despite the fact that it only does 4 HP dumps. As for why does this happen, because every time Enna Kros uses her EX or her LD, or even her skill 2 for that matter, she actually summons a giant mecha, which will attack on behalf of her, and for every single time the mecha appears, Enna Kros' HP damage limits will be increased 3 times. So you can see from there, if she has 8 HP dumps times 3, you'll get up to 24 HP dumps. The same can be said for her EX, which is 4 HP dumps times 3, you can go to equivalent of a 12 HP dumps to the entire enemy. So yeah, Enna Kros is a very strong damage dealer, and she actually has turn manipulation in her EX where she deletes all the turns of the entire enemy. Although Enna Kros does have one major issue, is that she actually has low turn rate on this 2 humongous damage skill. So you may think that having low turn rate means that maybe you can run her alongside off-turn unit where she can capitalize that by pushing her turn backward. But then again, her EX, like I said, delete turns. So that is a little bit awkward in between plays where she actually delete turns and she also remove her own turn. So really clunky to play with. But anyway, she also has a slow EX recharge gauge, where if you use her normally without having her to use Bahamut Summon and everything, she actually requires either RNG or you need to have her take many turns for her to recharge her EX, which is not the best thing considering that her overhead buff is so low in the turn count. Anyway, with Bahamut Summon though, they actually solve it because she can actually spam 4 EX back to back, so yeah, definitely not a huge issue over there. Her FR, which I'll be putting up later, actually requires your party to actually have dual element outside of Enna Kros herself, because she actually doesn't enchant the entire party with her kit. And then her FR yet requires her to have to deal the damage with the elemental that she has. So a little bit weird if you ask me, because normally at this point you'll see all those that have or require dual element normally enchant the entire party with either one of them like Luna Freya or 2 of them all together like Ashe. But however, since we're not getting it, I guess she gets a little bit of the sub-in treatment here. But anyway, the third condition that she has here though is actually really easy to fulfill. You just need to hold on to a bravery at least 100% or more of your max bravery, which is really simple if you have units like Garnet, units like Selfie that actually bravery fund to the entire party constantly, or even units like Charlotta, which batteries the entire party with a BT. It's really simple to hold on to your bravery to be above your max bravery. Regardless, from what you can see for what Enna Kros can do, the best part to actually run Enna Kros is not using her FR, but just using her as a unit outside of her own FR, which is relying on her LD and her EX to do humongous amount of damage. So I actually run Enna Kros quite often in my JP account, and I normally use her with Hope being the strongest supercharger at the moment, and it's really simple to use because all you need is to have Hope supercharge the entire FR HP damage bonus up to nearly the last 4 turns or so, and then have Enna Kros with Luna Freya's 4 turn buff, or 3 turns for that matter, and spam her EX or her LD, depends on whether or not you're going for a single target or AoE HP damage orientated depending on which stage you're tackling. For the Pandemonium stage, for example, you want to spam her LD because the Pandemonium is mostly single target, so that's that. Anyway, if you plan to use her FR though, I don't think there's a lot of calls right now that is available for you to enchant your party with the Holy and Dark Elemental. From what I can know, it's only Ashe LD call as well as Xande LD call. But the problem with this one is you might think that you can run units like Paladin Cecil, like Theodore, for example, in your party to enchant the party with Holy Elemental. But if you're doing that, then you have to make sure that those units that I mentioned beforehand shouldn't get a turn, because they could not have the Dark Elemental applied to them even if you have Xande's LD call, because of their innate ability their innate elemental in their skill itself. So yeah, definitely prefer to have 2 different calls and then run a non-elemental unit, and then have the non-elemental unit just abuse those calls by dealing 80% HP damage bonus up for every turn and every action. There is one unit so far that I know that has Holy Elemental Holy Enchant in his buff, but doesn't have Holy Elemental in all of his skill, which is Minwu. So it's actually really nice to have Minwu together with Enna Kros, with him getting that 80% HP damage bonus out from Enna Kros' kit, which is what I'm going to run, I guess, because of 3 enemies. Minwu, yeah, it's totally a heaven there, even though the closed and open book thing is quite a bit of issue, but I think I can get around with it. But anyway, like I mentioned before, the simplest way to use Enna Kros is what I wrote here. If you're tackling single targeted enemy, you either have 3 or 4 turns of the 4th time HP damage bonus left. If you have 3 turns, just spam all those 3 on her LD. If you have 4 turns and you want to have maybe a little bit more damage, then use her EX 1 time and then use her remaining LD 3 times. This will total amount to 84 HP dumps in total to the single target, and of course 12 HP dumps split from her EX to non-target. 84 HP dumps, guys. That is equivalent to Tifa's taking 7 to 8 turns. So yeah, that is just really awesome. Enna Kros can just spam all those 3 turns with this huge amount of HP damage bonus, which is really nice. And of course, if you're dealing with AoE target, then you want Enna Kros to have 4 turns buff from Lunafreya and then use Bahamut Summon, so that Enna Kros can use her EX 4 times, which total amount to 48 HP damage split to the entire enemy, which is almost equivalent to 5 turns of Rinoa getting her Ultimo spams on. So yeah, like I said, crazy huge damage, provided that you can cap, of course. And as for the banner itself, I think Enna Kros is really interesting. I really like her as a character. I will pull for her here, and I'm actually really interested to test her with her own FR, because I never really did try her FR out other than herself. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what kind of unit can actually pair well with Enna Kros outside of those that I mentioned beforehand. But anyway, what is the plan that you guys have for this character? Do let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.